my car and it's lunchtime, but I wanted to jump on as I am led to do to talk about AI nonprofits, the 10th annual nonprofit summit that is happening Tuesday, May 19th in Jonesboro, Arkansas. And the theme is The Time Is Now. That NOW acronym stands for Nonprofit Operations That Win. And before we do that, I pray that you are having an amazing day. I pray that God visits this conversation as I share with you, again, as I am led to do, and as I am waiting for my food. So, the 10th Annual Nonprofit Summit, I was reminded by my pastor last week or so just about this moment. And when you are in the process, in the journey of things, sometimes you can forget to stop and pause and honor the significance. And so 10 years of convening nonprofit leaders, community leaders, mission-based organizations, board members, and faith-based leaders and educational leaders, and just those who love philanthropy, love community service. 10 years of doing so under the umbrella God has given me, not led by this large foundation or institution. And I do want to commemorate, and I know that post the summit, I will have another testimony, because I truly know that this convening will be excellent, and God will certainly honor the moment that we are in. Okay, I'm grabbing my food. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, so with that, one of the blessings in this space is that God always gives me information that truly is not only with the times of where we are in the sector, the nonprofit sector, the philanthropic sector. You may hear philanthropy, right? The art of human to mankind giving. When you hear philanthropy, that's the word meaning in a nutshell. And so with artificial intelligence, or what we know as AI, and the AI tools that you may know commonly of ChatGPT and Claude and Google Gemini, and how Canva and the video AI tools and marketing tools, all, there are hundreds of AI tools and things that people use, and how, our everyday lives are changing, specifically when it comes to nonprofit entities. I'll acknowledge, right? Let me go ahead and acknowledge that we are in the ethical conversations and dispensation of the data centers, water consumption, and all of these things that need to house these AI centers and facilities. And so I recognize that. I recognize the upset that it has and is causing, or the disruptions that it's causing in professions. I recognize that in institutional learning capacities. I recognize that. And so let me just acknowledge that. I also know that utilizing artificial intelligence for program mapping and strategic planning and fundraising and ideation development, all of these things that will assist nonprofit organizations who do not have human capacity, who may not have the financial overhead to cover having an assistant. This too could be a great leverager for nonprofit entities, small businesses who do not have the resources to hire full-time staff, but could definitely have an AI assistant to support their work, a fellow tool or tech to use to brainstorm. There are great opportunities that we could see, because with anything, I'm on social media and the social media platform right now. And we also know that this has great use for me to share information, for us to amplify our mission, our platforms, to share with family and friends in an expedited way. All of the great things. And then we also know the studies that show how this same platform and the usage of it irresponsibly can cause great harm to teens, and it's creating divisiveness amongst everyday neighbors because of how algorithms disseminate information, all the things, right? And so it's like with anything, the responsibility is upon us and how we use it, and to use everything for the good. And I'm sharing that, not something that I have heard, but that I know. Having, just for instance, utilizing a structure such as ChatGPT to help with programming, to help with email messaging, to help with your newsletter formation, those everyday things that sometimes take up more of our time in a busy and full productive day, that could be expedited because we know how to resourcefully use these tools, can go such a long way, that has a financial return, that has a time return, that has a mental space and positivity return, knowing that you don't have to brainstorm everything and have it all figured out, when you can place in your thoughts and then have it to generate your thoughts into a plan of action. Those are the tools and the things that we will be sharing at the 10th Annual Nonprofit Summit on Tuesday, May 19th. You are utilizing some form of AI every single day, whether you are conscious of it or not. When you input in your GPS to go on a trip, when you use predictive text, you're typing and it can finish the text for you, or your email, those are artificial intelligence tools. When you are on Amazon and they have the suggested for you products, those are artificial intelligence tools. And so we are in a great fight and we don't know that we're already fighting a battle that we're already in. And so how do we amplify our own knowledge of it, that you don't have to learn everything, right? I mean, they come out with a new form of AI for grant writing, for nonprofit, research every single day. And I am not on here and just advocating that, for anyone to just be so immersed in it, because at the end of the day, nothing will beat human capacity. Nothing will beat human intelligence, right? Nothing will ever beat the Spirit, Holy Spirit's intelligence. It is a tool. Just like the car is a vehicle, is a tool for transport to get to a destination. That's how I want you to think about utilizing artificial intelligence tools in your nonprofit and business work. And so if you recognize that you need more support with your planning, with your fundraising, outside of working with a consultant and outside of going to, different trainings, and you need it presented to you in a very simplified way, then you need to be at the Nonprofit Summit on Tuesday, May 19th. And here's another thing. I do not know where the disconnect has come in, that nonprofit leaders should not seek professional development. Right now, we can say Business Conference 2026, and I assure you we will sell out. And then you'll hear words, well, I'll attend because I hear about marketing and branding, terms that and are associated with business. But just because it says business conference, people flock to it. I am encouraging you, if you are in the community service space, if you are a nonprofit leader, when you hear nonprofit conference and nonprofit summit, to urge you to have the same excitement and urgency to come and attend the conference, because professional development is key. Passion allows you to launch your nonprofit. Passion allows you to keep going in your nonprofit, but passion without structure, without framework, will not allow you to sustain your nonprofit organization. Passion has a boundary, and it's difficult when you are passionate, even especially in the faith-based, community and service. It is hard to have these conversations that passion, again, has an entrance point, but it is not the sustaining point, to the call. And I get it. You need structure. And that may be a whole nother conversation and a live, right? Just about how we do have to have that. And I'm talking to you as I've had to walk in this journey, that passion carries you so far. But eventually it's like a track relay. You have first, second, third, fourth leg, right? You're going to have to give the baton from passion to structure, from structure to framework, from framework to sustainability. And Taylor, remind me that we need to package that, because I need to say that again. Thank you, Holy Spirit. So it is a relay. And if you are just stuck at the first leg of passion, you need to be at the Nonprofit Summit on Tuesday, May 19th. You also need to invite your board members. It is hard, and sometimes it is very frustrating if you are a grassroots founder and you have this tension, and it's not a bad space, but you're thinking that they should help you more. But in the simplicity of things, people don't know what they don't know. And so we need to, again, amplify the passion, the skills of our board members to serve the organization and the mission well. And you need the training to do that. So again, register for the Nonprofit Summit happening Tuesday, May 19th. 2026. If you are not following the annual Nonprofit Summit page, I am going to ensure that I also share this. Follow that page. Follow Charis Group Consulting so that you will be up to date on speaker information. Registration is still open. I wanted to close it on April 30th, but I do need to extend that. So to May 6th, you have until May 6th to register for the Nonprofit Summit. Get in the room. Get in the room to grow, to learn, and to connect. If you are a nonprofit leader, you need to know other nonprofit leaders. You need to have peers. It's amazing how we really, again, escape business model practices, escape the peer-to-peer networking when it comes to nonprofit support, because we just want to rest it at passion. Passion is great, but it's only one leg into our performance as nonprofit organizations. Okay. And then after that, I just want to encourage you. As I share with you, I had to do the very same thing and encourage myself on today. That you may be feeling that you need to have it all figured out, or have your own personal life structured so well in order for you to move forward in purpose, and whatever that purpose may be. I literally had been in that contention of some things that I know to launch and some things that God is leading me to do. And I keep just stalling because I'm like, well, I need to have this perfected and this is not going right. And I want to wait till I clean this up. And then I recognize that I am not called to perfection, but obedience. And I have been hindering and not walking in obedience of purpose and of some assignments because I have been waiting for perfection. So if that is you on today, free yourself. Obedience is better than sacrifice. We hear that, right? The sacrifice. Obedience is better than what we think we can give. to whatever this process is, because nothing is of our own strength. It's always God's strength and power that works in us, that allows us to do anything. The influence we have, the networks, the riches, whatever it has, whatever greatness that you embody and that you hold and possess, it's not of your own accord. It's your alignment of obedience. And so be encouraged today that you don't have to have it all figured out. Just be obedient to the first step. And then you automatically position yourself to be open for the second, third, fourth step. And then till we realize that, wow, God, I see it. But you have to just take the first step. Okay. So again, I am excited to welcome you to the 10th annual Nonprofit Summit happening Tuesday, May 19th. We are still looking for businesses and individuals to partner with us, not only for sponsorships, but door prizes, to bless our nonprofit leaders who do great work in and day out for others. So if you would like to support in that way, please reach out to me. And that is all for today. Happy Wednesday, and continue to just seek God as we close out April and we head into May, and be expectant of great things, and that God is with us.